This Diddy Thanksgiving story isn't adding up. You know, some stories come wrapped in generosity, but unraveling them reveals something very, very different. But when the details blur and the officials fall silent, the real question becomes, what's actually going on here? Now, TMZ, I believe, first reported that disgraced music mogul Diddy served up a delicious Thanksgiving feast to his fellow inmates at Fort Dix federal prison. And, of course, people were like, oh, wow, that's great. And then some people were like, wait a minute now, what's going on here? Along with myself. Now, apparently, he's a part of some group called the Bankroll Bosses. And they gathered up the food, cooked the meal, and then distributed it at the various housing units, I guess, around the prison. So apparently about 200 people per housing unit could have eaten based upon what they dropped off to each housing unit. So I guess there's like 5 housing units. Now, all this stuff about strong brotherhood in a dark place, he's talking about, he thinks Thanksgiving is to feed other people. All of this only coming from entertainment media outlets. Not one official news outlet has reported this story. Only the entertainment, like TMZ, Entertainment Weekly, the usual suspects. And the Federal Bureau of Prisons has interestingly not confirmed this story. Now, the first thing to me would be, how is this allowed? Like, is this not currying favor? Did some of the guards partake in this meal? Does that then cross lines of propriety and what's allowed? And, how does this work? Like, how could he and the Bankroll Bosses, which already sounds all kinds of shady, how are they able to do this? Like, what in the hell is going on here? And is this something that happened and it wasn't supposed to? Maybe, people were paid a little money to get them to allow it to happen. Just, the old saying of just do something and get permission later. Something about this is shady. Something about this is very shady. First of all the details are so murky. TMZ reports that this Bankroll Bosses organized and bankrolled the meal. Another article by The Hollywood Reporter says he helped organize and pay for the meals for the inmates. It's a little bit murky. It's a little bit murky and it's sketchy. I'm just gonna be honest. And based upon what we know, what we've been told about how he moves, this is a classic Diddy move. It's like one of the most manipulative things he could ever do. Now, I'm certainly not suggesting that the inmates shouldn't be allowed to have a decent meal for the holidays. I'm not suggesting that. But what is this? He's already in there now for being just a weasel and being manipulative and grimy. And now he's done this, and that the Federal Bureau of Prisons has not confirmed it. I'm going to be honest with you. This feels like there's probably a shitstorm of drama going on behind the scenes because it was probably not actually allowed. And that no major mainstream media outlet has covered something like this. Like that's very suspicious. That's very suspicious. Extremely suspicious, because they probably know it wasn't allowed either. Now, I'm wondering if there's going to be some fallout in the next couple of weeks. You know how things go. They got to run it all up the flagpole and then heads roll. And then they finally announce, yes, this meal happened, but it shouldn't have. And then is he going to be punished if it was not allowed? Like, this is like, Like, this is really crazy. Why can't he just chill in there? Why can't he just chill? Like, stop with the trying to act like some humanitarian. Just stop it. Just sit down. Just do your time. Put your head down. Get a degree or something in there. Do something else productive instead of trying to be so manipulative. He's talking about he want to make sure people eat a meal. These are grown men. They don't need you to worry about them eating a meal. Worry about yourself. Reflect on the things you have done. Please. 4 years will go by quickly. He's also doing all of this to get good favor so he can try to get out of there earlier. Now, I don't know if, now that I'm thinking about it, federal prisons allow that, getting out for good time. But like, dude, just chill. Just do your time. Work on yourself. Come out of there and try to be a better person. Okay, you got a lot of money. Anybody can bankroll some meals in a prison if they got a lot of money, okay? So this is no noble deed. It's not. It's manipulative. Point blank, period. I'm just over it with all of this stuff. Like, people gotta cut the shit. This man is in prison still doing these manipulative things. I want to know, did those guards eat that meal? That's what I want to know. Did the guards partake in the meal? Did the guards partake in, matter of fact, let me see if Nancy Grace reported on this. That's going to tell me everything I need to know. That's going to tell me everything I need to know. Let's see what Nance is talking about here. Nancy Grace. Okay. Let's see. Nancy Grace will be on it. If this is not allowed, oh honey, Nancy Grace will be on it. Wait a minute. I forgot let's look on here. Nancy Grace. Oh, you know what? Let me look up Nancy Grace Twitter. Nancy Grace Twitter. Okay. Let's see if we see something here. I cannot believe he would be allowed to do this. Like, I just can't. Nope. I don't see anything on Nancy Grace about this either. So I'm like, what is going on? What is going on? Maybe it hadn't hit her field of view yet. Maybe it hadn't crossed her path yet, this story. God, I'd love to know what she thinks about this. And also, she would probably, I would imagine, would say whether or not this was something that was allowed. I want to know, did the guards partake in this meal? That's what I want to know. Now, apparently, they normally just have a regular meal in there. It kept saying stuff like take and go, in and out service normally at prisons on the holiday. And then mostly for lunch, they do that, like for the holiday. They don't do a big spread for all the day. Like, every meal is not holiday themed. Like, you're not going to get, shrimp and grits for breakfast, and then a big feast at lunch, and then again something else Thanksgiving themed. No, you're going to get your bologna sandwich for dinner, or peanut butter and jelly. Breakfast, the standard fare they serve. And then the lunch is where they would give them something more closely Thanksgiving holiday themed, but still not as elaborate as what he and the bankroll bosses provided. I want to know what other people think. Am I off base here? Does this feel like a manipulative move to other folks? And hey, I'm not suggesting that he shouldn't advocate for himself. Nobody, I'm not shouldn't advocate for themselves in a tough situation. But this man has already been labeled a manipulative piece of work. This reeks of manipulation. These are not tiny tots that he's helping out, okay? And I assure you, of all those men in there, of course there's going to be some innocent people in there. That's just, we know this. There's some folks in there absolutely who shouldn't be in there. But I assure you, of that number, quite a few of them are the dregs of society. So who is he to be doling out meals to everybody in there? Like, just sit down. Just do your time. Put your head down, bro. The 4 years are going to go by quickly. We don't need you back out here as a bigger menace than you were when you went in there. Please do the work. Please, not trying to do this manipulative stuff. Just do the work. Go inward, brother. Go inward. Please. We all need to be doing that. It's some crazy stuff about to go down the next few years. We all need to be going inward. Let me know what you think. Am I off base here? Is this just a good gesture he decided to do and we just need to be okay with it? Like, I want to know what people think, because I'm disgusted. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I just don't think that he did this out of the kindness of his heart because he just wanted to make sure these guys had a great meal. He did it to try to curry favor, period. Thanks for stopping in here. I'll be definitely looking out for your comments. Stay curious and stay sharp. Peace.